Right, so howdy hey everyone. What was that weird sound? We're back in my shop. It's been a while. But we've got a few projects here going. This boy glued up just fine. Got to sand and smooth the top. I've got a couple of chairs I need to cover up. These are nice pieces. They're 60s. The fabric's a little bit sad on the back of them. I'm gonna see if I can't spruce them up a little bit. I might do that first because they're fabric and I want to cover them up so they don't get much dust on them, because that'd be annoying. But that's a project. I got my spray sealants and it's pretty warm today. So we're going to do a little bit of a test on some of these, and then we'll spray seal last coat on my Jomani's box. We also got in the mail my router, which is a Christmas present I stole from my parents. I realized as I was ordering it that it's a bit close to Christmas to be buying me new things. But it's a nice Makita. We'll go through using that. And some router bits that I've already cut my thumb on because they're really sharp. Be careful, kids. But yeah, so first things first, I'm going to set this boy up and we'll show you what's up with him. Righto. So these chairs, bucket back was the term, or bucket seats. When I was looking up and doing some research, the wheels have a marking on them that is from patent ID. Here we go. Yeah, here I'll show you. See if you can get this up. The wheels have a date on them. Knowlting Faultless, Evansville, Indiana. And what I noted is that the Indiana initial, or like the Indiana shortened, has 3 letters instead of 2. Which means that the wheel, at least, which appears to be original, is from pre-1963. Which means that my initial guess about this being a 60s, 50s chair is pretty spot on. Now, one thing that I am going to replace is this fabric. And when I do replace this fabric, I'm going to see if I can, this up here is all one piece. I don't think I'm going to be able to rip it open. And actually I want to make these cushions a bit fluffier. See if I can fill them up a bit. So I'm going to take this off from the bottom. I'm just going to rip it because it's already ruined. I see the nails, but I'm not sure if they hold in the rest of the fabric too. So it looks like they do. So I'm going to want to keep those nails in there to keep the other fabric good for now. It looks like the other fabric's stapled as well. But we're going to replace this fabric on the bottom, just because I keep ripping it as well, and because I want to see if I can fluff those cushions up. So, I don't know if I'm going to time lapse, but the chairs are in pretty decent shape. The most, it's just cat hair on this. She had a cat. They're in pretty decent shape, but they definitely are. The thing that needs the most love is this fabric. This fabric needs a lot of love. And I am not an upholsterer. nor do I have a sewing machine, which sort of nips me in the butt. I have friends, I could borrow someone's sewing machine and go do this, but if I could find some way to get something in there to get this cushion up, I would be okay with it. I'd be okay. The age on the fabric, I don't think takes a ton away from the value of the piece. I mean, it's a vintage piece. People like the worn-in thing, but I think that just like when you see a cushion like that, that just does not. No one likes a lumpy cushion. It's just like sad. I want it to be up when we take the photo of it for sure, and ideally, in general, I just like with this cushion to be more fluffy. So I was seeing if there's some way to do that without totally dismantling the chair, which I do not want to do. And the answer is that no, there does not appear to be a way to do that without pretty much entirely dismantling the chair. Unfortunately, it's pretty, I'm not sure how exactly, these back pieces I'm sure were put on last. It seems like this top, the frame for this top is separate from the frame, from the framing for this seat. So I think that this connection is the last connection made, maybe. And then this seat, or rather, no, the wooden frame would be built entirely, but this seat was put on first, and then these back sections are put on. So I'm selling this piece on a commission, which I think is which is about what I'm comfortable doing right now in the middle of a pandemic. I don't have money to risk on buying it outright and then selling it myself. So I'm going to put it up on a few of my websites and places, this pair of chairs, after of course I get a new piece of black. That was just so gross and pretty easy to fix. But yeah, I'm going to put these up on a couple different marketplaces for what I think is like the full antique value of it, which in their condition, it's probably not worth the full antique value, but if they sell for what I think they're worth, which I would say is like $350 for the pair of them, $350, $400 maybe, especially where I am, where prices are a bit higher for stuff like this. After the little touch-up things, $350, $400. If it doesn't sell, then I'll reconsider, because I do like these chairs. The thought did cross my mind of doing the upholstery myself and like redoing the chairs so I could have them, because this is just they're just really fucking comfy. Like, you could just sit, I mean, they just got that low back and there's a comfort, it's just the style of chair that I really enjoy to sit in. So I'm gonna buy this fabric to replace the bottoms, and unfortunately I didn't learn more about these chairs, which I was hoping to. So this becomes a project for another day. Up next,
give me your summer, give me your night, give me your summer, give me your night, give me your summer, give me your.
so one of the things I wanted to do with my router is to cut these slots. In order to do that, I need to have these mounted in such a way that I can build a frame and have the router pass through them easily. And I think I'm going to do it, I think I'm going to put them all together all at once and try and get it so it's all even one clean pass, which just means that I need to attach them and build a frame in such a way that I'll be able to pass my router through it without too much difficulty. So in order to do that, we're gonna have to cut some wood. I think I'm just gonna box them in and then have these two pieces of wood sort of clamped down with some screws. Should keep them tight, and then I can clamp the wood to the side of the table and pass a router through them. That's the goal. Right, so we have got, I didn't stop and show you my rig before I did it because I just wanted to do it because I was nervous about it, but it turned out pretty all right. Got this little thing, the pieces are wedged in there tightly. I built a back thing so I could consistently cut a nice smooth groove, which it looks like I have. The start wandered a bit, but the rest of it, a very smooth cut. Did not quite get as deep as I would like to have gotten, just because I had to add this piece to make it a smooth transition on top. And I'm going to keep it like that. I'm not going to risk cutting it in a different way. But I've got a pretty good notch there, so I think I'll be able to, I think that'll be enough to help secure the pieces when I put them together. How I'm going to cut the other ones, I'm going to have to figure out another way to mount that upright. But now I'm going to take these out and see how the pieces are doing in there, and hope I didn't mess anything up putting this together. So I've been using this router a little bit, and one of my cuts with the bigger bit was burning out. And I thought, well, I'm moving really slowly. That seems to be the thing. But then I was reading the instruction manual. Apparently, if you go too slow when you're making a cut, it'll burn the edge of the cut and hurt the bit. Which, you know, I didn't think you could go too slow. But apparently there is a way to go too slow. Just like on the highway. Got to keep that nice middle ground. But this is going to be the edges of the seat. I'm going to cut these in. I'm going to make sure that these are actually a little bit shorter than what they were before. Well, they could just be just enough shorter already. Yeah. Because I want these to set in nicely, and then I think I'm just going to extra super double glue them to secure it. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so fumes down. So did 3 things there. This is been put on with the old classic contact cement. Now, I remember using this shit as a kid, or like rubber cement. It's a very similar product, but we just like touched it and like we could do all sorts of stuff. And this is like the dangerous adult version, I guess. But I'm pretty sure those will hold. They already kind of fit pretty snugly. I might, if I have to, put like a little, I'm gonna clamp that down better. I might, if I have to, put a little, I don't have a better clamp. Yes, I do. Haha. Nice. Put a little like under slot so it doesn't lift out. But hopefully it's strong enough to just hold. I don't know, I've never used this stuff before. At least not in any major way. So we'll see if this works. But if it does, that's great. First coat of stain on this guy. I think the top's not going to quite match the bottom, but I'm okay with that. And then I try to spray sealant on this, which already looks like it's drying a bit more smoothly than the other one. I'm going to take a really high grit sandpaper and sand it down again. This is just the test run. Sand it down and then do hopefully that will be a completed project. Yeah, but other than that, I've got some work I want to do. It's like 2:40. I've got to do some dinner. I think that's probably the end of the day for today, but I'm not going to do my old cleanup trick. So yeah, we're grooving right now. Anything else I did? Yeah, I think it's pretty good, solid work for the day. Call that finished. Peace.